Hello everybody, my name is Roya Mansurkani and I'm your professor in Drawing One course. Drawing One is gonna focus on the basic of drawing. We're gonna start with the basic element that is line, and we're gonna continue to add shape, and we're gonna add values, we're gonna add the texture, we're gonna add different elements of composition to our art. We're gonna learn that how we can make our objects realistic, how we can make different, how we can draw with a different medium. And it's important that we know that each element of art that we study and move to the next one, we're not gonna forget about the first one. For example, if we are talking about the line and we move to the shapes, we don't have to forget that how we are using of the line to make a good and nice drawing. Then when we are moved to the proportion, we're not gonna forget about the how we are adding the value to it. Then everything that we learn, we're gonna use of them in the next step. So the most basic element of art that we have is line, and we're gonna start with the line and line drawing. What is the line? We have a point and we're gonna move it, and we're gonna have a line. When we have a point and we move it, we're gonna have a line. Different kind of line that we have, it's a regular, irregular, or curve we can call it, or zigzag. We can use of the implied line that actually it's look like different marks that we have, like these marks that we have, and this is your eyes that connect them together to make a line. We have contour line, we have outlines that we're gonna talk about this one by one. So then what is the shape? I gotta talk about line and shape the same times, because usually we are using of the word line a lot of times when we are making the shapes. If I'm making a shapes actually with the lines and we are close our shapes here, then remember it's a shapes, it's not a line anymore, but we're using of the word outlines, okay, or contour lines. But this is the lines that we are using to create a shape. If we close one line, we have a shape, it's not line anymore. Don't get confused when we are using of the contour line or outlines, but actually we are making a shape. This is the elements that they are very close to each other. And for shape and form, the difference is when we are using of the shape, we are talking about the elements that is 2D and form is 3D. So another thing that we want to start with this in this lecture is gesture drawing. Gesture drawing is a very fast drawing that you're using of the lines. You're not gonna think a lot about similarity or proportion, and you're creating a fast drawing to get the form. Okay, when we want to get the form, it means that we want to show that it has a volume. Then it's not just the outline of the shape. So you can use of the anything that it's around you and items that you have around you. We are using of newsprint, we are using of the wine charcoal. You're breaking your charcoal. Don't use of this like this is a pencil and you're doing like that. You're not gonna touching your paper. You're gonna use of this like you're not touching, and your lets that your wrist be more free to create the drawing. So I'm gonna start with a very simple object like a bucket. You cannot see it here, but I just want to show you that when you're making it, just it's very important that it's be very fast. You're using of just some lines to create it and make it with that ones. Again, don't think about the similarity, don't think about the proportion, try to catch the form of the object. I ask you to get a chamois. This is the chamois that you have. Then this is gonna work like a razor for us when we are using wine charcoal on newsprint. And I can add more object to it. Especially I'm looking after my phone right now that is here. It's very flat, and I have some kind of the okay, this and this, it's coming with this one, and I'm creating very fast drawing. Again, don't try to make it slow. It doesn't have to be slow. Don't try to make it small. I want you're using of the page and make a large drawing. The next one that I'm gonna try to make is some fruit that I have over there, and I'm making the, see that this is important, I'm making the shape of the fruit, and it's a pear that I have here. It's important that I add these lines to that. It's important, and when I can do it like that to make a different kind of the gesture drawing that we are using. The most important it's not just outline. I have to show the lines and energy inside of this. So you're gonna use of the wine charcoal and newsprint for making some gesture drawing. Choose the objects that they are simple, and after that we're gonna add more variety of the complication to our shapes. But for now it's okay, and it's good for the first lesson.